So it's time to take a look at a mini crawler here on the second channel. This thing is 1/18 scale and apparently it's a precision crawler. Kind of got the police vibe going on there. That looks pretty cool. So let's get this thing out the box and see what we get. So here we have some stickers which we need to apply to the truck. A tiny little 500 milliamp hour lithium ion battery, a USB charger, a basic manual and exploded diagrams. So let's have a look at the truck itself. Now this actually looks quite cool. And if you're looking for a budget crawler or a budget precision crawler, because that's what they're calling this thing, then yeah, this thing may be a good option. I mean, quality wise, it does feel quite cheap. The quality of the plastic on the body feels quite cheap. It does have friction shocks, as you can see, so it is going to be a little bit bouncy. What do the tyres feel like? Well, yeah, quite soft compound used on those. Plastic front bumper. Of course, it also has other scale details like windscreen wipers, wing mirrors, door handles, and you also get a full-size spare on the rear, which is always nice to see as well. I think this also has LED lights. Of course, we'll fire it up and take a look at those in a moment. Before I take this thing for a proper run, of course, I'm going to put some of the stickers on it because I think it looks a little bit plain without. So we'll get that plastic body off in a moment, but before we do, let's have a look underneath. Now, of course, it's got solid axles, 4-link suspension setup, plastic drive shafts. I'm also looking down there and it looks like we've got ball bearings. Everything under here looks pretty much your standard small 1/18 scale crawler. I do wish this had oil filled shocks though. I think that would be a really cool little addition to this truck. And you know, I've said it before, I can't understand why a lot of these companies don't give oil filled shocks, because seriously, how much more expensive would it be? You know, I know these are budget models and everything else, but really oil filled shocks in 2025 should be kind of the norm. But anyway, sometimes on a lot of these scale trucks, friction shocks aren't too bad. They sometimes add to the realism. You know, when the car's going over rough terrain and it's bouncing around a little bit, it does sometimes make the truck look a little bit more realistic. I almost forgot to show you the transmitter. Now this thing doesn't feel great. It's not too bad. You've got steering trim adjustment on top and steering dual rate, the on and off button. There's an A and B button there. I'm not sure at this stage what they do, but we will test that later. Yeah, not too bad, but again, not the best. Taking a closer look under the body, well, again, everything is made out of plastic. You know, on something at this price point, you're not going to be getting too many metal components, but it doesn't look too bad. There we have the brushed motor up at the front. There's the steering servo. There's also another servo here, which I think is going to be for a 2-speed transmission. It's the only thing that would make sense. And again, maybe that's what the A and B button control. We'll give that a proper test shortly. Down there we have the battery tray, and the battery is secured using a Velcro strap. There we have the 2-in-1 ESC and receiver. Underneath the body there's lots of wiring and tape, because yes, this thing does have lights, and I wonder if it has indicators. I think what we'll do is we'll put the battery in it, we'll fire it up, and we'll take a closer look. So let's take a look at the LED lights on this. Now this thing has very bright white LEDs up on the front. It's also got indicators, and I had a feeling it would, because we do see indicators on a lot of these trail trucks / crawlers, and that's fine. I don't mind it on these too much. I know a lot of people don't like them, and especially on, you know, drift cars and rally cars that we've seen recently, and we're getting indicators. It just looks a bit weird, whereas on this, yeah, it looks quite cool. So let's take a look at the lights on the back. So it doesn't look like we've got brake lights. We've got reversing lights, but they're red instead of white, which is, again, kind of odd. Indicators, yeah, we've got indicators on the rear. Yeah, not bad. Let me know in the comments what you think of that. So this doesn't look too bad, actually. If you're interested in this, I will leave a link down below. Let's put some of the stickers on it, and then let's get it out and give it a little rip and see how it performs. So let's give this a go then. Now this is on low gear at the moment. I just want to see how it can handle some semi-rough terrain. Nothing crazy here. And it does. Let's have a look at the low speed control. Yeah, not bad. Definitely seen better though. Yeah, I just wish a lot of these sort of cheap brands would stop using friction shocks, because no one likes them. You know, they just subtract so much performance from RC cars these days. There's no reason to use them anymore. And it does kind of make you wonder, how much more money does it cost to just put oil-filled shocks on these little cars? I mean, they're only tiny. Right, I want to see how fast it goes in high gear. I'm very interested to see that. And to do that, we need to hit the B button. I did hear the servo change gears. Wow, this thing is super bouncy now in high gear. And I knew that was going to be the case. Top speed's not great. Yeah, it's really bouncy. Ah, is this something suitable for a kid? Well, yeah, of course it is. If you want to try and get a kid into trail trucks and crawling, then yeah, this may be a cool option. But as an adult, yeah, I don't think it's gonna do much for an adult. Is there better out there? Yeah, for a little bit more money, but it's still quite fun, and I've definitely tried worse. Yeah, not too bad, but not the best. If you're looking for a decent beginner trail truck, this may be the one. But if you're looking for something better and higher quality, I would say look at a truck from FMS. FMS have got a huge variety of 1/18 scale crawlers, which will be way better than this, as long as you have the budget to do so. Overall, the performance wasn't too bad. It does feel a bit bouncy, which we kind of knew anyway, because of the friction shocks. In low gear, performance isn't too bad as well. When you gear this thing up, of course, you're going to get a little bit more speed, so you can navigate around your favourite trail truck location. And then if you switch back to low gear, of course, you can do a little bit of rock crawling. But again, like I said, if you're looking for something a little bit higher quality, I would look at some of the competitor trucks. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this little truck. Do you like it? Would you buy one? And if you are interested, of course, I will leave a link down below. Cheers guys, see you on the next one. Take care.